Good afternoon, everybody. Good afternoon. Welcome to VTP Stage 2 Online, Technical Tuesday Coaching Call number 200 for the 14th of July 2026. I hope you've had a good week. I hope you have had some enjoyable trading sessions in what is once again another eventful week and an eventful month and an eventful quarter and an eventful year that is 2026. As the old Chinese saying goes, may you live in interesting times. And I think it's probably fair to say we have been. As you said, this is the 200th, of the Stage 2 Technical Tuesday coaching calls, hence why I have opened it up to live stream. If you're joining us there on YouTube live stream, it's great to have you here with us. It's really fascinating to have people here, and I hope that you're able to take a little bit of insight from this. This is the weekly call that we do every Tuesday, 12 o'clock, 12:30 rather, just looking at a little bit more of the kind of some of the technical details within FX indices and commodities markets. As always, you are very welcome here, but just remember that you're always responsible for your own trading decisions. And if you want a little bit of help in sustaining and improving your performance, there is the VTP Trader Accountability Group that is running this quarter, helping build discipline, accountability, and consistency in your trading. You can ping me if you've got questions, or that QR code will take you there, or there's a bit.ly code that will take you there that you can see there. Or as I said, you can ping me if you've got any questions. If we look at Kiwi dollar, as I said, we've seen some strength going on there, recently. So this is Kiwi dollar, Euro Kiwi, Pound Kiwi, Kiwi Swiss, Kiwi Yen, Aussie Kiwi, Kiwi CAD, gold. All right, okay. So bang, as we said, Kiwi against dollar has strengthened considerably. Euro has weakened against the Kiwi dollar. Aussie, as we just looked on the daily, is weakened against it. Pound against New Zealand dollar, has weakened. Kiwi dollar has strengthened against the Canadian. And it's interesting, even with Canadian having a good week, it's still Kiwi managed to work its way, and Kiwi against yen has done really well on the daily chart there. And one of the interesting ones is looking at Kiwi Swiss franc. So Kiwi Swiss franc over the last few years, you can see has just been, pretty much one-way traffic. That's been a great trend, all right? That has been kind of Kiwi weakness, Swiss franc strength. But as I said, if we look at that this year, it's almost like it's basing, isn't it? It's not been exactly a textbook turnaround, but then what you want and what you get are two very different things. But the last couple of weeks, we've started to get back up over the 50, and this is what I've been talking about is when you see Swiss franc has been falling down the STAM and Kiwi dollar has been working its way up the STAM. And then that's why we start to see it in those charts there. And that's why, we're starting to see it's Kiwi strength, Swiss franc weakness. And that's where we start to work our way up. And that's what we've been looking at, working at 4-hour charts even nicer. The frustrating thing for me is I was hoping to actually even get in on earlier on kind of lower time frames, but if you look at this, most of the moves here on Kiwi Swiss, all right, most of those moves have happened at the kind of start of the Asian session there. You can see how most of them have basically sort of just happened then. That's what's been going on there. So as I said, I like to see kind of a nice pullback to get in, and what I want to be able to see is pullback beneath the lows and then launch itself higher. But sometimes the trend is so strong, it just doesn't give you the pullback you want. I mean, it has pulled back, but I am firmly in my pit asleep by that, by the time this is moving. But this is what stage 2 is all about. Strength v weakness. Utilizing the trend, utilizing the momentum. It doesn't happen as often as we like. So you hear me say it when I see it like that, well, then you don't fight it. You want to work with it.